Here's something new for you and something that is new for me. This is Turok. Turok was a, comic book back in the day, kind of in the, I guess, 50s, 60s by Dell. There's Turok Son of Stone. Kind of what I remember Turok being from the 90s, maybe 94, 95, from Valiant Entertainment, or I guess Acclaim, Valiant. They kind of, I don't know, it all kind of mushes together in my brain. I remember my friend Micah Manning actually gave me, or sold me Turok #1, had kind of a gold cover and shows him like stabbing a dinosaur. So Micah, if you're watching, hope you're doing well in Colorado. So I got this at the Traders World, which is a flea market in, I believe, Monroe, Ohio, which is just north of Cincinnati. If you're ever in the Cincinnati area, I definitely recommend you checking out Dayton as well. It's just as close to Dayton. You get off the exit and you go one way, and there's Traders World. The other way is Treasure Isle, and two very big flea markets. So I got this. I had never opened one before. I knew this line existed, and had never actually seen one even. This is made by Playmates, so obviously they made Turtles, Star Trek Next Generation, Toxic Crusaders, etc., etc., etc. So I think this is a cool looking figure. His name is Joshua Fireseed. My name is Joshua. Nobody calls me that, but my name's Josh. But on my birth certificate, it says Joshua. And he's a Coyote Knight, so that's kind of cool. And you can see here they made him. They made Adon, Speaker of Forever Light, and then Primogen, an Omniversal Annihilator. And obviously this is based more on the comic book. So there was Turok the Dinosaur Hunter, or not comic book, sorry, video game. There's a video game, and there was a comic book. So happy to have something new in here, something that's not a Toy Biz Marvel figure, because you can see I certainly have opened up quite a few of those. Some Ghost Riders, Thanos, a lot of Ghost Rider actually. Thanos, most of that is Ghost Rider down there. So X-Men, there's lots of X-Men. So something a little bit different, obviously a comic book property, video game property. It says here he has a tech bow, talons, a Bowie knife, a light burden, a scorpion missile launcher. So contains Turok's limited arsenal of weapons. So apparently he can fit everything in that little knapsack. So quite a bit of accessories. You know, one thing that's kind of unique about this compared to the most of the other Playmates lines, not all, but most, Turtles, Star Trek, Toxic Crusaders, is for the most part they made monochromatic accessories. So the Turtle stuff, the Toxic Crusader stuff, generally it's like it'll all be blue, it'll all be purple, it'll all be green, it'll all be red. There are some exceptions, but like the Turtle 3 or Turtle Movie 3, their masks were a couple different colors. You know, Toxic Crusader stuff would have stickers on it, some of them. But so this is definitely a departure from the standard Playmates accessory color scheme. And this is kind of cool too. I mean, there's a lot here. So I also have this little baggie taped to here. Now this is from 98, so a little bit, this is, you know, past Turtles, past Toxic Crusaders, past Star Trek. There might have been a few, like, kind of later Star Trek things that had come out. So I don't know if Playmates was still rolling in dough at this point, because they just made buku bucks off Turtles. Or if they were kind of in a weird, I feel like they were kind of in a weird transition state as well. So if you get your hands on Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, there's a code for Big Head mode and a code for Tiny Enemy mode. And you can collect them all when you see, and also check out Acclaim's Turok 2 strategy guide. So 98, that would have been PlayStation, I guess. Or no, I think it was also on N64. I don't know if it was exclusive to N64 or not. So, all right, so he's got this bag, which apparently fits everything in. He's got a figure stand, which is pretty cool, unique. If I saw that by itself, I would have no idea what that is. It looks like a lens to a some kind of like laser tag game. So we'll get Mr. Joshua Fireseed out of here. So no elbow articulation. He has articulation in one wrist, which is interesting. His head, his thighs, and his waist, and that's about it. So Let's check out this claw here. It says, since the dawn of time, a volatile mixture of Earth's past predators and future conquerors have inhabited an interdimensional hub of space and time, known as the Lost Land. So I don't know if that's a ripoff of Land of Lost, or Land of Lost is a ripoff of that, or just purely coincidence. If you haven't watched the original Land of Lost series, I highly recommend it. One of my favorite shows. All right. This is they struggle to amass enough power to conquer our vulnerable Earth. The temporal border between both worlds is guarded by one man, Turok. For generations, the firstborn male of the Fireseed family has risen to the challenge. Now it is Joshua's turn to face his destiny. He is the new Turok. He will need to face his destiny with the courage of his ancestors and the strength of all mankind. He is our last hope in the face of overwhelming evil. So, I guess in this one, it's aliens that's coming out. I mean, in the other one, it was dinosaurs, and he's a Native American. So, I guess he's still, you know, the Fireseed. He's still kind of, they're still sort of the Native American mythos, if you will. All right, so let's check all this out. So this is the Scorpion missile launcher. Launches 3 devastating guided missiles. Does not actually missile launch. It's just for him to hold. The plastic smells kind of like, I don't know, got a unique smell. So he doesn't hold this very well. His hand isn't kind of open enough for it. I don't want to break anything. That's a bit of a bummer. He has a knife, a Bowie knife, perfect for hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat, sorry, I had a little... There we go. Okay. So you got a little knife. This is Talons, deadly dual blades. It just kind of fits right there. He's got his knapsack. Going to the grocery. He's got some kind of like cybernetic eyes. It says, Turok Joshua, Fireseed guards the gateway between our world and the Lost Land. The knapsack can kind of... So, I think this is a cool sculpt. It's really, I mean, this is... The detail and the paint scheme is good for especially Playmates figure. Obviously, the articulation is certainly lacking. The accessories... I hate to say it, but these accessories suck. I mean, they don't fit in his hand. This does, but then kind of what does he do with it? You know what I mean? Like if you're going to hold a bow and arrow, you're going to hold it like this and then pull back like that. His arms can't do that. He just kind of holds it like this, as almost like he's handing it to you. Like he's like, here you go. You want to use my bow? The figure stand, if you can see, I kind of struggle with that a bit. So, I mean, I guess that's okay. He kind of stands off of it. Let's get some of this garbage out of the way. Lots of garbage here. We got video game codes, and we got baggies, and all kinds of stuff. So, all right. So I guess it's okay, him standing there. Yeah, this gun doesn't really fit in his hand. This has a tendency to fall off. The Bowie knife, I guess the Bowie knife is probably the best accessory. I mean, his bag is okay. This does not fit on him really well, but he's got that claw. So I think overall, this is a cool looking figure. The paint on it is nice. I guess it's more supposed to be, you know, especially if it's a 98 and it's for video games, I think it's more meant to sit on a shelf rather than to kind of be played with. So, yeah, you know, if you take those away, I think that's pretty cool, right? If you're into Turok, if that's a game you're really into, there's Mr. Joshua Fireseed. So, hopefully, if you have this game still, here's some codes for you, Uber Noodle and Pip Squeak. Can't say I've ever played either of the games, or any of the games. I don't know how many they made, but maybe I'll try to, you know, download a ROM or something and check them out. So, thanks for watching, and as always, open your toys and play with them. Joshua and Joshua signing out.